Yeah, so we've just been in the cafe for quite a while, had a few coffees and a bit of lunch and that. And this, in Cambodia, they take Cambodian real, which is their currency, and US dollars everywhere. But I didn't realise that you would get a change in a selection of both currencies. So there's like all the dollars I've got to change, and then here's all the it's a dollar, and here's all the real for the rest of it. So you get the change in like both. That's crazy to me. Anyway, you can pay in two different currencies everywhere, and you get change just mixed in whatever they have. Crazy. Love it though. Beautiful. This is Phnom Penh, Cambodia, and we are at monuments. I can't remember what they're called.
We are at the Independence Monument.
Our Independence Monument.
The Constitutional Monument.
Constitutional Monument.
And this is the Shrine to the King.
And the Shrine to the King. But yeah, just check out like the park. It's so nice, so beautifully kept, very modern. Yeah, very nice. We're just walking to our tent. That's what it is, bell tent. It's about half an hour walk from one side of the island to the other, but there is a path, which is good. It's just hard work in the about 34-degree heat. But there we go.
Worth it to be on a private beach.
Yeah, it'll be worth it, won't it? Whew, at least there is a path that's quite nice to walk on. So we had to get a ferry over. Naturally, it's an island. It's about half an hour or so, but I just hate boats. I can't stand them. So yeah, there we go. But we made it. So we keep getting closer. Everything we do, we get a little bit closer to this, to these tents, and we're gonna make it.
Looks like someone slid all the way down there.
Oh, Shani on a rock climbing adventure here. Fucking mosquito trying to get me. Oh, this one.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm trying to. No.
Oh, sounded like you slid. Oh, I can see the bottom.
You can see the bottom. There we go.
What? Just quite big, like. Steps down.
Imagine what it'll be like when we come back up.
Yeah, I don't think I'm at that bit right now.
5 in the morning. That was a mosquito trying to get you. That's not too good. Fucking mosquito, they're trying to get me.
Yeah, the mountain's setting off down. It's probably rubbed off. All the mosquitoes are coming.
Yeah. Nearly there.
I think you've got to go up then. Oh yeah, look, we've got to go up.
Well done.
Thank you. Oh, right. Are they just looking for the beach or are they looking for an actual staircase?
Don't know, honey. Okay, how are you getting on? Describe how you're feeling.
Very sweaty, but looking forward to jumping in the sea.
Good. Enjoying that?
Yeah. Just wish we'd known shown that it was like rocky, a walk. They didn't say that bit. They just said it's a walk through the jungle.
Yeah.
Otherwise I would have worn my trainers
Oh.
and not my sandals
Oh.
and squats. How are you feeling?
Fine. Having a great time. Do you want to let this bloke go? Do you want to let this bloke go?
Is there another guy then?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So they get about out here. Sorry? I said thank you. And I said you're welcome.
You definitely got this a few times.
Yeah, he's fucking flying. And in flip flops, a massive great big bag, and it's on his head. It's like, get them two fat British white people out of the way. I think there's a storm on the way. The lightning. Oh! See that? You see that one?
Yeah.
Oh, I might need my torch. I can't see one. Oh! Now I can see. Yeah. Now. Going to fall over it. There we go, I can see now. I need more lightning to light up the way. Must be a pretty big storm if it's that much lightning, you know?
Yeah, there's no thunder.
No, not yet. What's that?
That's similar to what the police
Ah. Well, we're walking down the beach back to our tent. It's quite a nice spot. The sea's getting rough. Definitely a storm coming. Crabby! Missed him. Lots of crabbies, crabby! Crab watching. Let's find some crabs. There's one, look at that one, did you see it? Let me ask you if you see it, look at that massive crab! Oh, I'm getting off the beach, it's scary. Leave it now, look. Leave it. Look at it outside, look.
Oh, here we go. Make it easy. Come on, Shani.
You're taking another break back there.
Oh, yeah, lots of breaks. This is too hard. Oh.
You can see our tent.
Good.
We've decided we both do not like kayaking and we probably won't be doing it again.
No, definitely not doing that again. In the sea, I do it on a canal or something, but in the sea, it's bloody hard, it pulls you where it wants to go, and I don't want to go that way. Even now it's pulling me the wrong way.
Are you happy, honey?
No.
Oh, I'm blinding the light there, but I'm going to have it on though. Good morning from the jungle at 5:30 in the morning when it's still dark. And we have to walk from one side of the island to the other side to catch our boat because we've got it at 6:30 to then get a flight to Siem Reap. But yeah, the things you don't see on travelling, walking through the jungle when it's pitch dark. Well, it looks really light on the camera because I've got my light on. Hold on. Luckily I bought this head torch. Hopefully there's no nasties out here. Welcome to Angkor Wat Temple. Lovely.
And what do we call it? Really moving. Only here. Only the two arms. In India, hand like this. Yeah, but hand here in Cambodia.
Fight between the demon and the monkey.
Go up there. Yeah, we go for the headrest. You're wearing headrest for the hands. Easy for them to wear headrest like that. In India, for Norway. So round bend where we are now. It's called a pool for a religious ritual. In India, there are 5 elements. Why you not see any color building in town? In Siem Reap, no building is allowed to build higher than 50 meters. 5 floors, below 5 floors. Morgan Rock make with a sandstone only 4 million tons. Inside Morgan Rock. On this side, I think at 12 o'clock in the morning, the sunlight will go through the central tower to the moon. When the king receive the energy from the sun.
The breeze is nice up there.
Yeah, it is. It's a Buddha laying down, there's all the donations to it. So they're missing their head. That's what happened was they come along, chopped the head off and stole it. Oh, it's got a tree. Tree growing in it. That's a better view of it. So yeah, it's growing straight out of the top of the temple. Literally on top of it are the roots hanging down. It's crazy how it's managed to do that. Oh, there's a bug. Amazing.
Đây. Phan. Muốn đâu mà?
Which way you've got to walk.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Interesting, isn't it?
Isn't it? Oh, so that's a strangler on a normal tree. Poor tree. So the actual tree inside is dead.
And then that is a strangler that wraps itself around it.
And then all the leaves and the branches, that's the strangler tree. Is it? I think it is.
It kills the tree that's inside.
Yeah, but I mean, what you can see at the top is the strangler tree as well, isn't it? With all the leaves and the branches, that is the strangler tree. And this whole place is where they shot Tomb Raider, as you can see. There's a Stegosaurus. How did they know? It was done over 1,000 years ago.
Angkor Wat. Then use the Manarat mountain as a serve. When serving, the Manarat mountain is sunk into the
So beautiful. And in the temple we're just about to go in, this is where they based the game Temple Run, which is really funny to think they just copied somewhere instead of making it up. Yeah, for Tomb Raider. So it's really funny how they would just copy somewhere that was already built rather than just making it up, because they could make anything, couldn't they? But yeah, crazy. What a lovely place. So many cool little places. This would be a film director's dream. I don't know if the camera does the size of it justice, it's massive. And it's now actually part of the Temple Run game, which is pretty cool. Whoa!
It's a piece of cake.
Hello down there. Whoa, can you go up again? Yes, you can. Sean! Look at that. It's all the health and safety you need. Back onto some more Temple Run, there we go. Run, 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 run. Whoa, she's pregnant, isn't she? Got a big belly.
Growing up or whatever, and you'd hear your mom say, "This is the Taj Mahal." In your room, I never quite knew what it meant.
Oh, that's funny.
Wow, look at all that. Oh, the face.
love to get my camera out in these airports because they're so much nicer than airports back at home. Look at this, beautiful. Just so clean and modern, and well, I suppose it is only 18 months old, but and there's no one here, like hardly anyone in the airport. Again, I think it's come too early for the modern, for the local people. They can't afford it, bless them. But it's beautiful. Right, hello, here we go. Let's do a bit of a review on Cambodia and what we thought. So it was like a trip of threes in a way. We went to 3 different places: Phnom Penh, Koh Rong Sanloem, and Krong Siem Reap. And we did 3 nights in each place, so 3. Easy. We flew into Phnom Penh, and we had the first day we just sort of chilled because we were knackered out really. So I had a bit of a chill day in a cafe, and I caught up on some of the vlogging stuff, and we just had a nice lunch and a couple of coffees and stayed in the air conditioner because it's really, really hot in Cambodia. And one thing I noticed from the cafe especially was how safe it seemed to be. Like, people were getting up, leaving like Apple laptops and stuff on the desk, all their phone, all their sort of bits and pieces to go to the toilet and that. And I was quite surprised to see that, so that was great. And when I paid, you can pay in either Cambodian real or US dollars, or a mixture of the two. And they will just give you the change in whatever they've got, or you can say, oh, I want it in US dollars or I want it in real. But otherwise they just give you a change and a mixture. And I've never been to a country, and I suppose you never have either, where they take 2 currencies so fluidly and they know the conversion rate off the top of their head, and they just give it to you like whatever they've got. So that was something really interesting.
Yeah, because there were them times when you wanted to pay, say, we were trying to keep hold of some dollars but also get rid of all the real at some points in the trip. I think towards the end mainly, but you would be like, oh, you want to give $20 and then try and get use some of the real, and you'd be sat there for like 2 or 3 minutes trying to think out using the conversion rate on the conversion app on the phone, etc. And they would see that you were struggling, and they'd just be like, do you want us to help? And they would do it so quick. And you could trust that they would do it because they would often give other stuff back, or more real back, or other US dollars back. So yeah, it was quite helpful in the way that they understood the 2 different currencies, which I suppose if you lived with it every day, you would.
Yeah, it was like, was it 4,000 to 1? I think it was something like that, but it was just so...
It was a rounded number, which made it easier, but not considering that we'd already been using 3 different currencies, then we were using 2 different currencies at the same time. So yeah, it could get confusing.
But yeah, it was crazy to see how they just so fluidly took both different currencies. It didn't matter, and you could just get your change in either as well. But that was the first day, wasn't it? And then the second day we booked a tour, which was like a city tour of all the monuments, and like there was a temple and a few other bits and pieces. And then we went to the killing fields and S21, S21, and the prison. And you won't see any footage of it because I didn't really feel like it was right to walk around with the camera like, oh, this is where they did all the killing of, the people and stuff. I thought it was a bit disrespectful. So our guide it was obviously a very harrowing day, like it was horrible. But our guide was excellent as he explained all the history of how it happened, like the political side, the Khmer Rouge, and exactly why it even happened. So it was very interesting, but obviously very harrowing and sad. So yeah, that was the second day, and then I think the third day was just travelling, wasn't it, to the next place probably.
We have found when it's come to learning about the history of the countries that we've been to, as well as what the countries have been through, it has been helpful to do tours. I mean, we love renting a bike and going and doing our own bits. Some bits you don't really need to, but there are others, like going to see the Cambodian killing fields and the prison, to have a tour guide that can explain it all, because even though a lot of these places have audio guides, it doesn't explain things enough. I mean, and he gave personal experiences about his family. One of his uncles was murdered by the Khmer Rouge, and he was explaining that his mum still has PTSD from it now, and it gives that sort of like a personal explanation of what the people have been through. So in some days the tours and the tour guides are extremely helpful and invaluable, really, for us to learn about the history of the countries.
Yeah, like considering he was only in his late 30s, wasn't he? I think it was his mum and his uncle. It was only 1.5 generations ago, so it wasn't that long ago, which was really sad, wasn't it? But the city itself, anyway, Phnom Penh, has been really developed. Like, they're building so much stuff there. When you see, like, on the video, all the monuments, that it's all brand new, all pristine condition, all well looked after, and land is going up. There seems to be a lot of investment from the Chinese there, so see what happens in that city from days to come. But then we got a minibus and a ferry boat to Koh Rong Sanloem, and yeah, apart from the boat, I didn't really like. I hate boats. Anyway, you get dropped off at one side of the island, and you have to walk where our tent was, Bell Tent. You had to walk to the other side of the island, which was fine, but it was hot, wasn't it? So we managed to leave our big bags in a hotel on one side and just take a small bag with enough stuff in it, enough clothes, etc., for 3 days. So that was alright. But we had a bit of chill time, didn't we? We did do a kayaking trip and some snorkeling and kayaking to the next bay, and we decided from that we're never going kayaking again on the sea. Never again, because it was hard work and was testing. Let's just say testing. The snorkeling was alright. That wasn't too bad.
It was my first time snorkeling, wasn't it? That was really good. Did love that.
Yeah.
And it was, we met a couple from Germany, an older couple. Where did we meet them?
We met them on the tour.
On the day
Penh,
tour of Phnom Penh, and actually there was only the 4 of us on that tour, and she was asking questions about where we were going next, and it turned out we were both going to the island the next day. And she said, if we happen to see you, we'll meet up for a drink. And as we got in the kayak from the bay to go back, she was calling us. Now, we had exchanged numbers and they'd WhatsApped, but because there was no Wi-Fi, well, there was Wi-Fi, but it was really intermittent. I'd got a message from them, and then I had responded, but not known if it's sent, and then we didn't know if they'd replied. So yeah, she was calling us, so we popped the kayak back and we there was a resort on that bay. We had some lunch with them and a couple of drinks. That was really nice. And then what happened? And while I was there, I connected to their Wi-Fi, and the message come through. They were saying, because I'd messaged to say, we were going to this bay, we were going to kayak, and they said, we're actually going to go there as well. That is what they'd planned to do. So it was really sort of meant to be, I suppose, that they were there, and the fact that she'd walked up the beach just to see if it was us, because she'd seen people kayaking and sort of I suppose hoped or assumed that it would be us. And it was really good as well, because I keep getting bitten by mosquitoes as always, no matter what I do, whether I use the spray or eat garlicky food. But she had some cream that was really good, and then we went to a pharmacy when we got to Siem Reap, I think, and they had the same cream. So that was really good. It was really nice to have lunch with some other people and speak to other people that were travelling. They were just on holiday for a couple of weeks, but travelling around, which we've met a lot of people actually that are on holiday for a few weeks.
We have. We met several people now along the way, haven't we?
Yeah. And then we went back to our tent.
Yeah, and the day before that was the storm, actually, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Before we did the kayaking, because it kicked up all the water, didn't it? Like when we were snorkeling, it was quite misty. It was okay, but it was quite misty. But yeah, we had that massive storm, didn't we?
Yeah. Going to talk about your lightning strike.
Oh, I wasn't going to mention it. Struck by lightning, would you believe it? I'm still here alive to tell the tale. Partially, right. I'll try and explain it. It's quite tricky, but it was in the bell tent. You imagine a bell tent's round, and on the outside of it, we had a metal bowl full of water. You can see where this is going, kind of, which you would put your feet in to wash the sand off your feet before you got in the tent. Well, we were sitting there, and I was laying, and my feet were probably just touching the bowl, or just nearly touching it through the canvas of the tent, whilst we were watching the storm. And I'm sure the lightning bolt hit, maybe not quite the bowl, but just past it. And I felt a proper electric shock. And I know what electric shock feels like because I've had a few through. Oh, well, I am a good electrician, I'm sure. No, I've had a few. I know what it feels like, and it felt the same. And I jumped up, didn't I? Like I went, ah!
Oh, yeah.
And I felt it, and it was definitely electric shock. It was definitely from that lightning bolt. Whether it hit right outside the tent or not, or it was a bit further down and it tracked through the ground a little bit, and I was touching that metal bowl, I don't know.
I wondered what was going on. All of a sudden I've heard you not scream, but you made some noise that I've never heard before.
Yeah.
And then out of my corner of my eye, I'd seen blue turn into like an orange spark, and then you're jumping up. I was like, what is going on? And the footage of the storm, this happened about 30 seconds after you turned the camera off. So we couldn't even see it, like not for you guys, for ourselves. We wanted to see what had happened, but lucky you were okay.
Thank God, eh?
Yeah.
Close one. Yeah, I literally turned the camera off because I've been recording for like 10 minutes or something. I thought, it's just waste. You've seen loads of lightning now, so I'll turn it off. It's just wasting like the memory and the battery and that. And then it happened, and I was like, damn it, I should have left that on. Could have seen me got struck by lightning. So that was the island, wasn't it? And then we had to get up and leave really early, didn't we?
Yeah,
at like 4 in the morning because the ferries are 6:30. We had to trek in the dark across to the other side, hoping there wasn't any like spiders or snakes, or I don't know what's on that island, or monkeys, yeah.
But yeah, because we were then flying to Siem Reap, we had to make sure that there was a couple of hours in case, I don't know, the ferries weren't running or another storm had come in. So the ferry was just really early, checking up all them rocky bits in the dark.
Well, we luckily had that head torch.
Tom pointing out every spider or crab.
I was like, there's a crab in a hole there, and he was like, don't tell me that.
You said, don't stand on that spider. I was like, what spider?
Yeah. There was a couple of weird things there, but yeah, so we made it, didn't we?
I'd
we made it
rather
for
not
the ferry. But we went to the airport, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we were like, there was an international airport, and there was only 2 flights going out there that day. So yeah, we knew who was on our flight because we was all just sitting there together waiting to check in. Yeah, so next place was Krong Siem Reap, another 3 nights. So we went on an Angkor Wat tour the day after we got there, and we booked, as a tour. You really need to book it as a tour because you've got Angkor Wat, and then you've got all these other temples, which I can't remember the name of.
Angkor Thom is the main other temple complex.
There you go. But there's so many, isn't there? There's like 700, or I don't know, I can't remember the number now. Documented actual like separate little temples and ruins and that. So you can't really, unless you're really into it, know where you're going or know what to do. Drop us at one side of Angkor Wat, you'd walk through it and it'd pick you up on the other side. So that was really, really good. And the tour guide was really good. He knew this sort of history side of it and would explain it all. And that was a full day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that was really good. That was actually a really good day out. There's loads of footage on that, which you would have seen in the video. And then it ended up being a very good day, didn't it? with us getting engaged. So that was really good as well, wasn't it? Bless. So yeah.
It was a beautiful sunset.
It was a lovely sunset. Really nice day. Really nice end to a really good day. And then we had a day literally of exploring the city and sort of chilling. So we went out for breakfast, didn't we? and then we took a little tuk-tuk and we got lost because I put in the wrong place. Anyway, it didn't matter because I had $2 to go back, so it didn't really matter.
The tuk-tuk driver found it
He found it
hilarious.
great.
He was like, "It's not me that's got it wrong, it's you that's
Yeah,
got it wrong."
that's right, yeah.
And then what did he call it? He said, and we were like, "Oh, it's fine, don't worry." And he was like, "Oh, tour of the city."
Yeah, I'm giving you a tour of the city, and I was like, "Yeah, perfect." Yeah. So, and then we were trying to find. Shani had booked a nail to get her nails done, so we were trying to find that, and I just put it in the what was it? Grab. I just put it into Grab, and I didn't even look at where it was. I was like, yeah, that's the name of it, and it was a completely different one, like 10 minutes the other way. Yeah. So anyway, we got back. You did that, and then on the way back, I saw a place to get my hair cut, which needed doing. So I was like, oh, perfect. So I went into there.
Got a free hair wash and massage
yeah,
as well.
Oh, that was funky. I only wanted a haircut, and he did hair and beard trim. I thought perfect. I need that doing as well. And they said before it, it's like, do you want to, we'll wash your hair? And I was like, oh, no, don't worry about that. And they were like, oh, no, we wash it. I was like, no, leave it. Like, just, I don't want to do that. So I thought I'll have to pay extra, and I don't need it washed. Just want it cut. And then at the end, they were like, push me over to it, and I was like, oh, well, I'll just have it done then. I'll see how much it costs in the end. So I had full haircut, beard trim with the old cutthroat razor around here and all that, proper job. And then washed my hair, didn't they? It gave me a head massage, started massaging my shoulders. I was like, what's going on here? This kind of place is a bit funky. Had all of that done, and it was $12. So what's that, like £9? $9 or £10? So funny, really.
By this time, I was there because I'd finished my nails. But they didn't. If you had said no to the hair wash, you could have said no. They didn't. They didn't push you around there.
Well,
You
I
just
felt
sound
like
they were like
get
this.
around there, yeah.
And he just said, "Go around here."
Yeah.
And then it didn't really tell you about the hair wash, but
no, I thought that was part of it, but anyway, it didn't matter. So yeah, I had that as well, which was nice, and then that was the rest of the day really. We just had a look around, and then we went to Pub Street that night and had a couple of little drinks because we weren't checking out till like 11-12 the next day. So, but that was just, Pub Street's just a street full of bars and that is closed to cars, and it's a bit like, the strip in, I don't know, Magaluf or Ibiza or something like that. It's all the same stuff.
we haven't really been to many of these sort of like pub streets or walking streets in the evening where it's all about drinking. I suppose it's more of where the hostels would take the younger sort of travellers, but the couple that we had seen said you need to go just for the experience. So yeah, we had a couple of drinks, didn't we, and then went back. But it was interesting to go to.
Yeah, it was good to see, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We did that, and that was pretty much the end of that, wasn't it? I can't think of anything else to mention that we did there, and then we obviously flew out to Thailand again. So that was Cambodia. I think the only thing I was going to say about it, when you speak to like our guide and that, because of all these things that have happened, then it's not that long ago. It really feel like the country's still rebuilding itself. They lost so many thousands of people, and the population hasn't regrown, which is a bit stunning. And to think they use the US dollar alongside their own currency because they believe it's more stable. That shows how unstable maybe the country is, how much it's struggling. So it's quite sad, isn't it? It still feels like it's recovering. It's a lovely country, and they've got so many restrictions on them, haven't they, with like their exporting and stuff like that because of Vietnam next door. There's loads more politics that you could go into, which I'm not going to, but it feels like it's really nice country, but it is struggling to get itself going, and that.
So I think what struck us the most as well while visiting Cambodia and learning about the history is the resilience of the people. They still bear so many scars from the Khmer Rouge, but you get the sense that they're determined to move forward, but doing that with a lot of dignity and hope as well. So that really, I think that was another thing that was good about having a Cambodian tour guide that had history and stories to tell. But all the Cambodian people that we've met have been lovely, friendly, approachable. Yeah, it
was great, wasn't it? There was a lovely trip. There was a lovely place, wasn't it, what we saw? And we got to see the history, and I definitely recommend it. to anybody who wants to go. It is a very nice place to go. But yeah, so that was Cambodia. You would have seen it, so I hope you like it. And then next place is South Thailand.